The Earth is powerful, not just in its beauty, but in its extremes. Across the planet, there are places where nature operates without compromise, where heat, cold, pressure, and isolation push survival to its limits. These are not just dangerous places. They are environments shaped by forces far beyond human control, from frozen villages to burning deserts to landscapes altered by human history. Each of these locations tells a story about the planet and about our place within it. In this film, we explore some of the most dangerous places on Earth and what makes them so extreme. Oymyakon, Sakha Republic, Siberia, Russia. Oymyakon is known as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Temperatures have dropped below -60 degrees Celsius. At this level, exposed skin can freeze in under a minute. Vehicles must be kept running to prevent engines from freezing. Even daily tasks become difficult. Water pipes freeze, electronics fail, and breathing cold air can be painful. Yet, people live here year-round. Life is structured around extreme cold, with diets rich in meat and fat to sustain energy. It's a place that shows human adaptation at its limits. Sahara Desert, North Africa. The Sahara is the largest hot desert on Earth, covering over 9 million square kilometers. It stretches across multiple countries in North Africa and is nearly the size of the United States. Temperatures during the day can exceed 50 degrees Celsius, while nights can drop close to freezing. Rainfall is extremely rare. Some regions go years without a single drop. The danger here is not just heat, it's scale. With vast, repeating landscapes, navigation becomes difficult without experience. Water sources are scarce, and dehydration can happen quickly. Despite this, nomadic communities have survived here for centuries, adapting to one of the harshest environments on Earth. Mount Washington, New Hampshire, USA. Mount Washington is not very tall, just under 2,000 meters, but it experiences some of the most extreme weather on Earth. Wind speeds have reached over 370 kilometers per hour. Temperatures can drop rapidly, and visibility can disappear within minutes. The mountain sits at the meeting point of multiple weather systems, creating unpredictable and severe conditions. Hikers often underestimate it, which is what makes it especially dangerous. Mount Sinabung, Sumatra, Indonesia. Mount Sinabung is one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes. After centuries of dormancy, it erupted again in 2010 and has remained active since. Eruptions release ash clouds, lava, and pyroclastic flows, fast-moving currents of hot gas and volcanic material. Entire villages have been evacuated multiple times. Indonesia sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making volcanic activity a constant part of life. Deception Island, Antarctica. Deception Island is a flooded volcanic crater in Antarctica. It forms a natural harbor surrounded by steep cliffs. Despite the icy environment, geothermal heat warms parts of the shoreline. But beneath the surface lies an active volcanic system. Eruptions have forced evacuations of research stations in the past. It's a rare place where fire and ice coexist. Death Valley, California, USA. Death Valley is one of the hottest places on Earth. It holds the record for the highest air temperature ever recorded. The valley sits below sea level, trapping heat and creating extreme conditions. Water evaporates quickly, and dehydration can become life-threatening. Despite this, the landscape is visually striking, vast, empty, and surreal. Mount Everest, Nepal, Tibet border. Mount Everest stands at 8,848 meters, the highest point on Earth. Above 8,000 meters lies the death zone, where oxygen levels are too low for long-term survival. Climbers face risks from extreme cold, avalanches, altitude sickness, exhaustion. Even with modern equipment, it remains a life-threatening challenge. Mount Merapi, Java, Indonesia. Mount Merapi is considered one of the most active and dangerous volcanoes in the world. It erupts regularly, often every few years. Its eruptions are known for pyroclastic flows, extremely fast and deadly. Despite the danger, many people live nearby due to the fertile soil created by volcanic ash. This balance between risk and survival defines much of Indonesia's volcanic regions. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands, Pacific Ocean. Bikini Atoll was used for nuclear testing in the mid-20th century. Multiple atomic bombs were detonated here. While the water appears clear and calm, radiation contamination remains in parts of the environment. The local population was relocated and has never fully returned. It's a place where human activity created long-term environmental danger. Atacama Desert, northern Chile. The Atacama Desert is the driest non-polar desert on Earth. Some areas have recorded no rainfall in decades. The extreme dryness is due to a combination of ocean currents and mountain barriers. It's so dry that parts of it resemble Mars and are used for space research testing. Water is scarce, and survival without preparation is nearly impossible. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, northern Ukraine. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone was created after the 1986 nuclear disaster, one of the worst in history. A reactor explosion released massive amounts of radioactive material into the environment. Entire cities, including Pripyat, were evacuated within days. Today, the zone remains largely uninhabited. Radiation levels vary across the area. Some zones are relatively safe for short visits, while others remain highly contaminated. What makes Chernobyl dangerous is not immediate visibility. Radiation cannot be seen, smelled, or felt. Yet its long-term effects on human health and the environment can last for decades. Interestingly, wildlife has returned in large numbers, showing how nature adapts in the absence of humans. Chernobyl is a reminder that danger can persist long after the event itself. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, USA. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is home to some of the most active volcanoes on Earth, including Kilauea and Mauna Loa. Here, the Earth is constantly reshaping itself. Lava flows can move slowly, but they destroy everything in their path. The real danger often comes from volcanic gases. Sulfur dioxide released into the air can create VOG, volcanic smog, which can affect breathing and visibility. The ground itself can be unstable, with hidden lava tubes beneath the surface. Despite the risks, this is one of the few places in the world where you can safely witness volcanic activity, if conditions are monitored and respected. Niagara Falls, Canada, United States border. Niagara Falls is one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. Every second, over 3,000 tons of water rush over its edge. From a distance, it's breathtaking. Up close, it reveals its true force. The danger here is kinetic energy. The sheer volume and speed of the water create currents that are impossible to fight. Falling into the falls is almost always fatal. Even along the river, strong undertows and slippery rocks make certain areas hazardous. Niagara Falls demonstrates how something beautiful can also be overwhelmingly powerful. Amazon rainforest, South America. The Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. It produces around 20% of the world's oxygen and holds unmatched biodiversity. But this density of life creates danger. Venomous snakes, spiders, and insects are common. Mosquitoes can carry diseases such as malaria and dengue. Navigation is difficult. Dense vegetation can make it easy to become lost. Humidity and heat can quickly lead to exhaustion and dehydration. The Amazon is not dangerous because it is empty. It is dangerous because it is alive. Every layer, from the forest floor to the canopy, is active. Great Barrier Reef, Queensland, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system in the world, stretching over 2,300 kilometers. It is one of the most diverse marine ecosystems on Earth. But beneath its beauty lies hidden danger. Box jellyfish, among the most venomous creatures in the ocean, inhabit these waters. Some species can cause severe reactions within minutes. Strong ocean currents can also pull swimmers away from shore, and while shark encounters are rare, they are part of the ecosystem. The reef requires awareness and respect. It is a place of extraordinary beauty, but not without risk. These places are extreme, not designed for comfort, not built for ease, but they are essential. They remind us that the Earth is not just something we explore. It is something we must respect, because beyond the cities, beyond the roads, beyond the safety we create, there is a world that still operates on its own terms. And in that world, nature always has the final say. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe and explore the world with us.